Guys, it's been some time since I did one of the lives. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of a mess here on my table. So I sort of started a bit early. I gotta put some stuff away. So what I've done so far is to remove more or less everything that I need to remove from this. I think I might need to clean that off. And I am going to install the Easy Run series, whatever, brushless system kit upgrades. This is a 35 amp upgrade with, it doesn't really say because it's all in Chinese. Let's have a look. It doesn't actually say. But so 35 amp 9 turn plus LED. I don't know what that means, but it's probably a program card in here. So yeah, as you can see, it's a bit of a mess. I didn't realize that I don't have a radio for him to run, so I'm gonna have to fix that up somehow. Probably gonna take the radio from something else. Got a few options, but I think there's a lot else I can install before I have to deal with that. So this is sort of just a preparation to give it a try to see how I'm gonna go ahead when I do my brushless conversion on mine. And I've got that kit right here. I'm gonna put an Easy Run system in with it's a Max 10 60 amp 5400 kV, but I might be putting the Max 10 SAT 120 amp in so I can rely on the power, and that's to be able to run 3S. The motor is not supposed to take that, but for speed runs I figured it should work. Sorry about my looks. It's a bit late at night. Let's see how we go. This old motor crap. I did have a look first because I had XLF F16 that broke down during the Banggood games. But what I didn't realize with them is that they actually run a different size of the pinion and spur. So this is probably what I'm gonna run mine, because this is actually a mod, like normal mod, whilst the WLToys ones, they run a 0.7 mod. So that's not gonna work very well if you want to run proper power. But this is 35 amp, so I do think that it should run quite well. So as you can see, I bought this little kit off Hobby Innovations. They are on eBay. There will be a link down below at some point. Comes to 35 amp. Yeah, so sensorless programmable thingy majingy. 9 turn motor, which according to this is a 4300 kV. That's gonna be freaking fast for him to drive. So he's 7 years old, so we're gonna see how that goes. Gonna have to replace that because yeah, it's gonna need to be a Dean's or a T connector. Oh yeah, so I've got a bit of a different setup in the studio. So I've got my shelves in. It's gonna be a bit different soon. I'm gonna get 54 depths instead, which means I can have the covers straight up instead of hanging like this. But yeah, let's get to it, I guess. One second. So, yep, alright, I'm back. So, it's a Friday night here in Australia. So, I've got a trusted drink. This is basically a Red Bull vodka, but it's Rockstar instead. Pretty nice. Alright. So, to be honest, I think it's not too much to fuffle around. I'm gonna have to start installing stuff. Alright, so we've got the motor mount. I'll have to find some screws that will do that. Bear in mind, I'm still sort of getting set up with this studio, so I'm still a bit behind on getting stuff all sorted. Ah, Jesus, that's gonna be bad. I don't know if I have any screws that will fit that. So these are countersunk, so I have to find something that sort of fits that profile. Alright, that's not great. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Let's see if we can find something in there. I did find some, but they're very dirty. See if these might be too tall. Oh, this might work. Alright, so I gotta have a look again on, yeah, right, so that was fitted like that. So it's yep. Probably need to fit it like that. Have in mind that this is just a trial run, so we'll see how it goes. be interesting to see, because I think that these come with our 550 size. Hopefully this is a bit smaller. And yeah, for this time I'm not going to be using any Loctite, but normally you probably should, because it's going to rumble off. And yeah, let's have to see how we go. Oh jeez, I forgot about that. I actually need a grub screw for this. Oh, maybe that one. Hopefully that one. Where do I have the pinion? There it is. Alright, that's a lot smaller. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, that's pretty tiny. I had to force this one out with a lot of heat and stuff. So there's not a lot of threads left in it. I don't think I can actually even tighten up enough to function with this. Alright, I don't know if I have a choice. One second again. Sorry for that interruption. We'll see if we might have found something that could fit. Well, that's way too big. That's too small. Yeah, and in this move I've actually lost my proper hex screwdriver, so I might need to fix that up. Oh yeah, true. Let's have a look. If we have something that would tighten this up. Oh yeah, that's right. Lucky me. Alright, again. Yep, that's the right size. Cool. Alright, yeah, 1 second. Screw it. Can't always do good. So yeah, I took my soldering iron and just simply left it on the grub screw and left it on there for a while, and I'm gonna try to see what we can do with that. Oh shit, that's a bit crap in here, I think. Alright, so how is everyone doing tonight? I haven't even seen if anyone's watching. Normally there's not too many people watching, but we'll try that again. See if we have any drills that will clean this shit out. Oh, that's too big. I have to take this out a little bit more. I might be able to get this through. That's it. Let's get it out a little bit. So yeah, just so you remember that I'm not using any Loctite, so I'm gonna have to do this again. Hopefully not too soon. And I'm also not using the right bits, I'm using Torx on hexes. So we could see some consequence of that. Let's have a look here. We've had this one out already a little bit, so it's a bit dirty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, alright. So another thing when you're doing these ones, something that I'm going to cover in a video fairly soon, check your shocks, because that's pretty okay, pretty a bit overfilled, pretty okay, definitely overfilled, can barely move it. So he had this one out and it doesn't behave very well. He's hit a lot of fences, so I can't blame anyone else for that, but in general, check your shocks, because they're gonna affect how it drives, and it doesn't drive well as out of the box. Alright, let's have a look. I need to fit the motor mount to the chassis, and I've got those screws right here. So this is something else I want to do. I want to get a box of different screws, because these are just Phillips heads and they're not gonna last very long, that's for sure. But we should get where we want for tonight. So here in Australia right now, or here in Queensland, it's raining. It's quite bad weather. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Might be the crap that was on. Yeah. It fits. It fits actually really well. I'm gonna do that right away to just tighten this. Hopefully I can move it in a little bit. It still does the trick, so hopefully that will do everything it needs to do. Oh no, yeah, I don't like that. We'll see. Might have to replace that again. Oh, motor in. Oof. To complement this, I have a JX servo. This is a JX servo. So this is PDI 1181 MG. It's got whatever ratings they want, 3.5 kilos at 6 volts, so that's, for this kind of a truck, I guess that's alright. This is the kind of thing that I'm gonna install at some point later, but to be honest, I think I should keep going with the motor stuff. I need to get the servo in. And it fits, like, basically what you will get when you get, or if you get it apart properly, you'll have this little fitting, and it just slides over the servo like this, and these are plug and play if you do that. It's got to be a bit vigilant of the fact that you've got this center drive shaft right there. Let's have a look. Ta-da! So you want to fit the servos, those two screws, so I don't know, will this take something? It should be that one. The other one I managed to flick away, so I'll have to go pick that up. Alright, give me a second. It should be down here somewhere. But there it is. The next point gets to the problem is, so I sort of need to fit the steering linkage of the servo horn right away, but I can't really do it until I power up. So that's going to be quite interesting. I'll have to probably take that off again. Well, we could always do a dummy mount. Oh, but we can't because I don't actually have any Tamiya batteries. So I can't actually do anything with that right now. Oh, well, at least you can see sort of what we're doing here. This is actually going to go on pretty much next. I've got a little piece of something going in here. Hopefully he's going to have a fair bit of fun with this. So it works. It should be, yep, there it is. So when you've done the big part, which is actually to make sure that you manage to get that apart, it's not too bad. I made sure that I have all the screws in place, but as I see it now, I don't actually have that because I used them for something else. Not fully sure what, but definitely used them in the wrong place. Actually, I have not. I have been a little bit prepared. So what I did to make sure that this didn't fall off is to put the screws back in. Because, yeah, you like the steering rail to stay sort of where you want, where it is. It's funny though, like, so the LC racing that I have comes with a 35 amp and a 2040 size can. But as you can see, there's no problems fitting a proper size can. This is probably a 36 size can, I think, something like that. These, make sure you don't tighten these too much because that's gonna mess up your steering. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to do this. I'll definitely have to take the servo off again later as soon as I've got power on it to center it. And I don't really have any other ESCs that I can use for it either. Well, that's gonna suck. Let's have a look in the box. So in this little box we have pretty much everything needed, I think. Because the ESC comes with some crap. Oh yeah, alright. So the ESC is like that. So you've got a little power plug. This is definitely not waterproof, as you can see. This is going to be a Dean's connector soon enough, but it does come with double-sided tape fitting. So we're going to start off with putting that on here. And that's then going to go right in there. I gotta sort of take this out because it's all a mess. But in that, yeah, so Hobby Innovations on eBay, they're a local company or a local importer for this stuff, and this is exactly what you need for this sort of a truck, especially if it's for a kid like this is. And as you can see, that's a pretty good fit. You've got a button here for something too. Yeah, I think that's the programming button. Yeah, I do like that, so I think that's what we're gonna go with. I kind of whacked that down though. Have in mind, like when you're doing this sort of stuff, keeping stuff clean is freaking important. Like you do with the missions. Not too be honest, I just don't have my stuff set up, so I would have used brake clean normally to clean this out, but alright, that's good enough. Let's get it seated. I have no idea how this is going to work, because I remember I used this on a 1/10 scale before and it didn't really cope very well with that. It overheated quite quickly. But this is a lot smaller of a truck, because that was a slash size truck, and this is, yeah, as you can see, this is what it is. Oh, we'll see how this goes. They're very stiff. Hopefully I'm not cracking the cable fully. That would be bad. I wouldn't be happy if it didn't work when I do this. I'll have to find a different fitting for this. I don't like how it looks. Something like that, probably. Because the body's going to touch it otherwise. So we've got that thing, we've got these things. I don't really know where I want to fit the power switch. Bit of a iffy thing. We can probably fit the power switch up here. That will probably do the trick. Which means I should keep installing crap. So I hope you've had a good weekend so far. Oh, looks like we've got a few comments. Give me a second. What do you mean giveaway? No, I wouldn't like to see your 49cc car. That's no fun. It's too big. Oh, this is bad. It doesn't fit properly. I'll put it there. Yeah, so he's going to be cranking with me tomorrow because I think he wants to play with this right away. And he won't have a controller to run off, but yeah, that will be it sorted. Let's see that it fit fairly well. Oh wow. Alright, I might lift that up and see. Yeah, it's still moving fine. I'll just put that on the server right here. It sucks that I don't have any timing batteries. Give me a second, I'll have to have a look. no, that was a no-go. So in the end, we're gonna have to wait until I have time to resolder this, and tomorrow I'm gonna have to get a controller for this. But except for that, like, there's not a lot more I can do right now. I need to power it up to fit the servo horn, and then we've actually done as much as we can. So general updates that you do need to do when you buy one of these. So yeah, definitely shocks, check them over. I bought 3 of these models, and all 3 have had different amounts in each shock. The one I run myself is all 4 overfilled. This one has overfilled over here, no, pretty good there, overfilled in that, and that's good. So yeah, just be vigilant, because your car will run like, it will behave like shit. Start with doing the shocks up. You are gonna want to do some droop screws for these little holes. So you've got a little hole in the arm right there, a little hole there and there and there. Yeah, all 4 arms. You want to get the droop better set up, because it's way too much as it is right now. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. It's getting late, so I'm gonna have a sleep. Yeah, I don't know. Remember to subscribe, and if you like this stuff, yeah, like. If you don't like it,